This one is the first session of chemical bonding. In this session, we will discuss about the basic concept of the bonding and types of bonds. As we know that water is everywhere, but have you think how water molecule is formed? In this chapter, we will discuss the formation of water molecule, that means formation of chemical compounds. Now the first question which will arise in our mind is how chemical bond formation takes place. As we have seen in the formation of water molecule, two H atoms attract toward O atom to form water molecule. So this attraction between atoms lead to the formation of water molecule. Now we define the chemical bond. It is simply the attraction between the atoms that enables the formation of chemical compound. For the formation of the chemical bond between the elements, we will discuss the octet rule. To discuss the octet rule, we will firstly look at the electronic configuration of the noble gases. Now, what are the noble gases? The noble gases are basically inert, chemically inactive. They do not react with themselves and with the other elements. Now, what is specific about these noble gases? If we see the behavior of electronic configuration of these noble gases, first we look at this helium. It is having 2 electrons in its valence shell, whereas neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon, all these gases have 8 electrons in an outermost shell. And what is the common point about all these gases? They have completely filled outermost shell, means they are stable gases. Because noble gases are stable gases, so now the theory comes, that is why atoms combine with other atoms so that they can also achieve the electronic configuration like noble gases and become inert or chemically inactive like noble gases. If we see in this diagram of neon, it is clearly shown that there are 8 electrons in the outermost orbit of the neon, whereas if we see in the oxygen atom, there are 6 electrons in the outermost orbit. Now to achieve the 8 electron in the outermost orbit, definitely oxygen needs 2 more electron. There are only 2 methods to get those electrons. Only either it can gain 2 electron, or to complete its outermost orbit, it has to lose the 6 electron in the outermost orbit, which is not possible. To lose the 6 electron, it requires lots of energy. So that is why it tends to gain the 2 electron in the outermost orbit. So now we define the octet rule. Hence the octet rule is atoms have the property to achieve the 8 electron in the outermost shell, that is to complete their octet, or 2 electron in the outermost shell like helium. To achieve this, atoms either share their electrons like oxygen, which share their electrons, or they lose or gain electrons like group 1 elements like lithium, sodium, potassium, which has to lose just 1 electron to achieve the noble gas configuration like the neon, argon, krypton. As we have discussed, there are 2 ways to complete the outermost orbit. That is, either they can share the electrons or they can lose or gain the electrons. So firstly we will discuss the sharing of electron in case of water. As the oxygen atom is having the 6 electron in its outer orbit, to complete its outermost orbit, it needs 2 electrons. So it shares the 2 electrons with these 2 H atom, 1 electron with 1 H atom. The electrons which are shared between H and O atom, they belongs to both the H atom as well as oxygen atom. So similarly, these 2 electrons which lies in the common region, they belong to both these oxygen atom as well as H atom. So there are now considered as 8 electrons in the outermost orbit, while considering that these 2 electrons of the H atoms belongs to O atom as well as to the H atom. Similarly, if we look at the H atom, it is also having the 2 electrons in the outermost orbit. So we can say this is the way to complete the outermost orbit by the sharing of electrons. Now by sharing the electrons, oxygen has achieved the noble gas configuration and it becomes a stable. So this sharing of electron in water is known as the covalent bond. Now we will see the other way of completing the valence shell electron, the outermost orbit. Sodium is having the total 11 electron, that is 1 electron is extra in the outermost orbit. If it loses this 1 electron, then its outermost orbit will be having the 8 electron. So this loss of electron is required to complete the outermost orbit by the sodium atom. Now Cl atom is having the 7 electron in the outermost orbit. Total it is having 17 and 7 electron in its outermost orbit. So it required 1 electron to complete its outermost orbit. So there is an exchange of electron between sodium and Cl. Sodium loses 1 electron and become positively charged ion, and Cl gain this extra electron and become negatively charged ion. Thus between these two oppositely charged ions, the force of attraction which holds them together is known as the ionic bond. According to our discussion, there are mainly two types of bonds. One is covalent bond, which is formed by the sharing of electrons between the two atoms, as we have discussed the case of water molecule also. Another type of bond is ionic bond, which is formed by the loss of electron or by the gain of electron between the atoms, as we have taken the case of NaCl. In the next section, we will discuss the Lewis dot structure.